Alright, gonna do a recording here. Alright, so guys, this is day 3 or 4 or something that us guys and girl have been out here. So we basically talked with the FBI. The FBI, you know, they want to know what are we want and blah blah blah. And there's a lot of questions and concerns. A lot of people think this is some kind of staged event. You know, there's that talent release form that I signed. That's actually a paper that you sign when a reporter. There's certain reporters, documentary people that they come in, they videotape everything, they take microphones, audio, but you have to sign a release form on our end. Like all the guys that they were recording, all the people that he's recording, we have to sign a release form saying that we agree that he releases this audio and video to the public and that we gave him consent to record us. That's what the talent release form is. It's not us being actors or anything like that. This is real, folks. This is real as it gets. So basically, I just want to make that clear. And so we spoke with the FBI today. They wanted to see what we're doing, why we're here, what our wants and desires are. And you know, I wanted to see how flexible the FBI was. You know, could they make it possible that all of us get out of here with charges on us? And you know, obviously that's not going to happen. They keep saying that they can't drop the charges. They didn't make the charges. They can't speak with the people who made the charges. So that's not possible. That demand, they keep saying it's not possible. So we wanted to see if they could drop the charges and us all leave here. But, you know, they're saying that's not possible. And the truth of the matter is right now they're just collecting all the high threat, all the people that were considered high threats. They're going to put them behind bars. And then when they conclude the investigation, when they start the investigation, that's when they're going to start tagging all the other people they said were free to leave without any current warrants on their for their arrest. Later, after they do the investigation, the warrants are going to be flying out left and right. And so they just want to separate us and get us all home so they can pick us off one by one at our houses without being stuck together as groups with the guns. That's what they don't want. They want us to be separated, and we know that. And so today they called in and we made a couple more, you know, obviously we can't get out of here scot-free. That's not going to happen. So, you know, one interesting thing is a pardon. You know, there's a guy named Marc Rich. He was one of the most wanted Americans. He was America's most wanted. He committed a serious crime. He frauded the American people. He stole billions and billions of dollars. Alrighty, I'm back again. My phone died at 75% battery somehow. I turned off all internet connections, so maybe they can't turn my phone off while I'm doing some recordings or whatnot. But here's breakfast for this morning, and let me continue my story about Marc Rich. Marc Rich, like I said, he stole billions of dollars. He was on America's most wanted list. He was like the top wanted. He had 300 years pending jail time, and he heard of his indictment coming, and he fled to Switzerland, and he stayed there for many years. And then just as Bill Clinton left presidency in 2000 or 2001, I forget. I think it was 2000. But anyways, yeah, 2000. He pardoned him. He pardoned Marc Rich after he received hundreds and hundreds of $1,000s in his Clinton Foundation and whatnot from Marc Rich's ex-wife. So they received money and they pardoned Marc Rich. He never spent a day in jail, and he was most wanted guy. So the cops, the FBI keep saying that people can't be pardoned unless they're convicted. And you know what? This guy, he was never convicted. He never set foot in a staged trial. Yet Bill Clinton pardoned him and let him go scot-free. And these are real criminals. This guy is an economic terrorist. He screwed the American people over by billions of dollars, ruined the economy, I'm sure, at certain levels. And he gets away scot-free just because he's got connections with the Clintons. And how is Hillary Clinton still running for presidency? She's committed a felony. She's committed crime, and they're still letting her run for presidency. And I was telling the FBI guy, you know, when are you guys going to finally put her in jail? You know, she should be out of a president race right now. She should be behind bars. But you know what? They're going to let this investigation on Hillary go on until what? Until she makes presidency and then pardons herself or something, you know? So that's a question of that's a wonder there, you know, what's holding them up from putting this woman behind bars who they have, without a doubt, evidence that she's already committed crimes. Why do they have to wait 5-10 years after the investigation's over to put her in jail? By then, she's already done what she had a need to do. So, You think about that, American people. You really think about that. I've been asking, why can't they pardon all of us? I think before we leave, every single one of the people involved in this operation should be pardoned. We're here fighting for freedom. We're here fighting for the Constitution. We're here trying to put people like Hillary behind bars. Get people like Hammond, who are charged as terrorists, get them out of bars. They don't deserve to be in there. They weren't terrorists. Yet our country and our government is just going so radical, so out of hand, attacking the people that are fighting against the corruption. That's insane. That's absurd. So that's our current demands. Everybody's got to be pardoned. We all got to go free. We all get to go home. Other than that, don't know what's going to happen next, but I'll try to keep you all updated, everybody, and I'm out.